If you want to do agriculture, you need land. We don't have.
That's it.
That's it.
There's not much land in Mauritius.
We are a drop.
Right.
Okay? Agriculture, we do it in your country. Right? We do it in Africa. We do it in Australia. We do it in India, wherever. Where you've got land. You can mechanize, you can put machines, you can have economies of scale, Brazil, wherever. That's where you produce. That's my logic.
We have been long fighting for workers to be permanently employed, but now, due to the supposing reduction in price of sugar, we are trying to pass a law that will make us work as seasonal labor, only during crop season. We are protesting against that. We cannot only eat during crop season and starve during the other season. We want to maintain our permanent employment.
I'm close to who? I'm close to Africans. Africans have got no money. They're not going to buy what I can produce. And they can produce it themselves, probably cheaper. How am I going to compete with Israel for anything? How am I going to compete with Brazil? How am I going to compete with Australia? How am I going to compete with Thailand? How am I going to compete with these places? South Africa, other African countries for sugar. I can't. I can't. Their cost of labor in Africa is a tenth of what it is, yeah? And the other ones, Australia and the rest, they mechanize and bring their cost down.
For a very long time, as you may know, Mauritius has been exporting sugar to the EU market. A large proportion of our sugar, that is 90%, is exported to the European market. And this export is happening under an agreement which is known as the Sugar Protocol. It's an intergovernmental agreement between ACP countries, African, Caribbean and Pacific countries, and the European Union. The protocol provides for a sort of market supply agreement by these countries to the European Union market. Now, the problem is that change has happened in the EU. The European Union has had to face pressure from different countries in the world regarding its own market, and therefore, following a recent case which has been lost by the European Union in the context of the WTO, the European Union has had to bring important changes to its own sugar regime.
by 2009. And this, of course, represents the biggest challenge that the industry has to face. You cannot imagine any enterprise whereby you're being informed that your revenues will drop by 36% within 3 or 4 years, and you think that you'll be able to survive.
So are you saying that Mauritius needs to leave agriculture and go on to something else?
Absolutely.
Leave sugar and go on to something else?
Absolutely.